Okay, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Flipping Through Vintage Comics with
Lucy.
I am your co-host, Tyler Chintana, and this is your other co-host. What's your name?
Lucy Chintana.
That's right. We've got a new episode, and today's our special haircut edition. New haircuts. Yeah, so we thought we'd show it off. We don't get a chance for haircuts very often these days. Longer in between, so, gotta take notice. All right, you ready for a new old comic?
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. What number are we on this?
We are on number 56.
56. Okay, let me bring it around for everybody. Put it in. Is that the intermission music?
Yeah.
Can you see? Is it centered?
Your elbow's in the way.
It's always in the way. It needs to start that way.
Alright,
Okay,
good.
I think that's centered. All right, so what number we got? Come on up here. You're drawing on a little Post-it note, which is fine, but
I drew the cover.
you drew the cover? That's very tiny.
Yes, I
Well,
know.
put it in the
I
camera
mean,
so people can see. It's a very
what you
tiny.
think? It looks like that? Looks
Oh.
like this cover?
A little bit. Yep, you got the basic. It's just very small.
I
All
need
right.
to make it very small so they can see everything. And no one
that
cares
doesn't-
about the cover.
No, I think that's just the opposite. People love covers. So this is Fantastic Four, number 56. Last issue was number 55. Who was in last issue? Here's your test.
Silver Surfer.
That's right, Silver Surfer. And he fought
The Thing!
the Thing. Yes, he did. We have the Thing in this one, but also Reed and Sue are there as well. Remember, they got married but haven't had their honeymoon. And in this issue, they fight KLAW. Now, we saw KLAW back in the issues with Black Panther, but we didn't read these on those. So this is going to be our first introduction on video to KLAW and his crazy sonic, whatever it's called, arm thing.
Oh, and by the way,
Yeah.
super cool pen that Dad got.
Oh, okay. Enjoy my pen. We'll do condition and overview first, and then we'll do a longer through the story one for the video. We've already taken a lot of time, so let me go through this pretty quickly. Pretty nice shape. I mean, it's flat, and it does roll over a little bit. You can see some of it goes on the back. It's got this date on it, which some people don't mind. It's not interrupting the cool part of the artwork. It's nicely placed in the moon, even though that does mean it's a little too noticeable or whatever. All right, let's look at the back cover. Little tan. You see how the front rolled onto it.
No one cares about the back cover.
Well, would you gotta show it to them? Just to see for those condition nuts, right? You'll back me up here, people who care about condition and want to see. That's part of seeing vintage comics is what shape they're in. It's definitely tanned a little bit, but it doesn't look bad besides that. Maybe a stain there. All right, we're gonna look inside, and there is some issues with some tears in the pages, so we gotta be careful there too. You ready to go into it? Mm-hmm. All right, opening. That's a pretty awesome opening splash right there, don't you think? I love it. KLAW right there, the murderous master of sound. The fabulous FF are
This
trapped.
is the one intro I like about it.
Okay. Has the names produced by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, delineated by Joe Sinnott, lettered by Artie Simic. Enough said. So before they had the long introductions with the big adjectives for each name, but they're a little bit faster here. All right. So KLAW returns in this issue. We begin, like many of these issues begin, inside the Baxter building, which is where the Fantastic Four live. Sue is looking for Reed. What?
My elbow was in the way.
Okay. Complains something about her cooking, right? Can't keep a roast just cooking forever. Where is he and all his blasted machines? Then he sees he's in this secret room, and I forget why it's so important, but the space-time research visiphone, so she's able to talk to him through there, right? Because he's in this closed off part of the lab. And she ends up talking to the Thing, and he's doing something so important that has to do with this, what's it called? Space-time something, and there's some creature there, and the Thing makes some joke. Don't worry, it can't break through the temporal field, at least not yet. Subspace. Yeah, they're looking into subspace or whatever through this machine. That's not really that important. But it's just a big crazy thing for them to be
Now
doing at the
you
start.
don't think things are important.
I'm just saying that doesn't come into play quite yet.
That dude looks odd.
So I don't quite remember what they're talking about. Obviously, there's a lot of word balloons here. Oh, I think he's trying. Oh, that's right. So this ties into the other storyline with Johnny trying to get to the Inhumans. Remember, the Inhumans are trapped, which we'll see in the next page. So Reed is actually trying to figure out a way to help the Inhumans out of their like negative zone, whatever it's called, barrier that's on the other side of the planet. I don't quite get that concept, but that's where they're trapped there. So he's trying to help them, but KLAW shows up, and his motivation is just pure revenge here. He hates the Black Panther, and so he's looking for them. So he's going to go after the Fantastic Four and hopes that he'll get his chance for revenge against the Black Panther. Then we cut over to the Inhumans trapped behind the barrier. Oh, last time we saw Black Bolt tried to do this big scream to make the barrier shatter, but it didn't work. Then there's just some dialogue with Maximoff here, the crazy person who created the barrier, and they're trying to get him to destroy it, but he doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's all crazy. So we got some ads. Yeah, just crazy talk with Maximus there, and Medusa's mad at him, and I don't remember. There's a lot of balloons to read here. And then we cut back to KLAW outside of the Baxter building, and he sees Sue there after he's trapped the other two in his sonic barrier, right? He crashes in and goes after Sue. I don't even remember what he's talking about other than just his plan for revenge. Oh, they thought he had died after the battle with Black Panther. But then he says how he survived, and he actually like threw himself into his machine and became like pure sound or whatever. Like he's the master of sound now. So he comes out of his own sonic sound converter machine, and he's actually been converted, right? So now he explains how he has this amazing power of sonic vibrations and all that kind of stuff. Oh, here's like a ripped page. All right, see this? Yeah, we got to turn the page carefully. I think it's just plain clean off. It's just sort of holding on these two pages. Yeah, I don't know. They fight. She shoots him, but he's fine. She shoots him with some sort of blaster thing, but he demonstrates his sound power as it passes just right through him. Meanwhile, Reed and Thing are trying to get out of this room that KLAW has trapped them in due to his sonic barrier that he put around it. Another ripped page, an ad. You can sell Christmas cards. If you wanted to sell Christmas cards back in 1967, you could go around and you send to get these cards, and they send them to you, and then you just try to sell them. So, a bit of a scam. Thing, they're trying to get out. The Thing throws this thing through it. But no luck, right? It just too much of a barrier. Then, I don't know, lots of doohickeys. He put something on. Oh, I guess he has some invention for the Thing. See how the Thing is wearing this?
Mm-hmm.
And he sends him through this thing. He's like, you go crash through that wall, and this counter-sonic harness will allow you to get through, right? So the Thing goes charging through, and yes, he gets out of the room that they were stuck in through his sonic harness, right? And then he goes after...
Crack.
Yep. Scotch. Yep. So we cut back to KLAW fighting with Invisible Woman here, Sue. And I believe what he does is he uses his machine, even though she goes invisible, to make the sound of right.
Boom, boom, boom.
So her sound. Yes. So the sound of her footsteps are so loud that he can hear where she is, even though she's invisible. And he's just about to zap her.
Boom, 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 boom.
He's just about to zap her when the Thing jumps in the way because he's free now and he saves Sue, even though you can't really tell that's Sue. Yep, spits, bzzzt. Okay, now, we got an intermission break here. So check it out. These were cartoon...
See the new super
heroes, right. So these were the cartoons back in the day in '67. Lone Ranger, Space Ghost, Frankenstein Jr., Superman, Dino Boy, and the Impossibles.
Saturdays on
CBS. That's the name of the network.
CBS.
Yeah, very good. All right, shall I continue with the story? So Claw and the Thing fight, and just big booms happen all around because he's fighting the Master of Sound, right? And they're wondering about what's going on in there, people on the street. And then we cut back to Johnny and Wyatt, who are still trying to get in the barrier with Lockjaw, the Inhumans dogs. And they're like, all right, he's got to let us in, but why isn't he doing it? And to be quite honest, I don't remember these plans. I do read it, but it's like I forget some of the silly plans they come up with that don't really amount to anything. They're just a way to move to the next scene. So Thing and Claw continue fighting, and he's just super powerful because you got a sound gun. You can take out all the Fantastic Four. So I don't know. He's just shooting one sonic reversion blast will nullify my barrier, permitting you to pass through. He means it. The barrier's broken, but why? And so he finally lets them back together, and
Too many ads are driving me crazy.
okay, well, I'm just reading along through the story. You don't want to see about the pet seahorses and pet monkeys?
No!
All right. Well, anyway, we're almost at the conclusion here where Claw allows Sue and Reed back together because he's going to kill them both or something like that. But before he can do that, we see a little space shuttle flying towards them, and it flies right in the window. And it's a present from T'Challa. All right.
I'm doing my comic show!
All right. She's going to yell at her sister. All right, Lucy, come on. Come back. All right, so the Black Panther sent Reed these vibranium bands. Vibranium, the one element which absorbs sonic energy, and that allows him to punch the hell out of Claw over here. Bok, you're missing some cool sound effects. Bok,
Bok,
whap,
whap, nap,
that's zap, and it's not a sideways N. And what about this one?
swoon.
Swoon, right.
You have to have a comic with a swoon.
You have to, yep. And then Reed finally just wraps him up, and he passes out from being wrapped up, I guess. And then, all right, last page. So he takes apart his little weapon there so that he's no risk. And then they talk about how the Black Panther came through again and how great he is. Oh, they talked to him on the little video phone over here. He says, I trust the vibranium you requested arrived in time, Reed Richards. Just like the cavalry charge in a Western film. We can all rest easier now, for Claw isn't likely to threaten anyone ever again. Spoiler, he comes back. We owe our victory to the Black Panther. And then, yeah, they just talk, and then I think we just get a quick cut to a different location just to tease the next issue. So you want to read this? But now, our scene changes as we visit a far-off kingdom in a remote section of Europe. As far as the eye can see, everything I behold is mine, my realm, my kingdom. But wait, what is that? A man flying over no, it's not a man. Who is it, Lucy?
It's
Who's that?
Silver Surfer.
Surfer is on top of a mountain, and we'll be able to see what happens next issue. Next, Doctor Doom. All right, and then we got some ads, and then...
We don't care about that.
All right, we got it, the letter column. More letters, and we are done. And next issue, as it said in the end of here, Dr. Doom and the Silver Surfer. So getting some cool characters coming in. All right, we will see you next week, and there's what you drew during...
Goodbye. The comic is over. Bye-bye. Smile.
All right, see you next time.